All right, LPB Poody, how's it going?
Yo, what's up? Good.
Everything is good, man. I see you out there grinding, doing your thing, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, my platform's new to you. I don't have a lot of Florida artists on my platform, so I think we take the time to get to know you a little bit better. For people who don't know, where you from?
Orlando, West Orlando, Florida, Carver Shores.
All right, and what was it like for you growing up there?
Average, you know what I'm saying? Average kid, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in the hood. Played sports, you know what I'm saying? Had both parents. Street life also involved, you know what I'm saying? Regular.
Okay, and how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I got one brother and two sisters. I'm the oldest.
Okay, and you mentioned being in the street life. What was that like, and how early did you get involved in that?
I kind of like took that up on myself, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had both of my parents. You know what I'm saying? So me just being around there, seeing shit, and then me wanting to get it on my own. I was just doing it, and I ended up, you know what I'm saying, falling into too deep, not knowing that I'm waist deep. You know what I'm saying? By the time I was like 15, 16, I've been on probation. Well, I'm off probation now, but I got on probation like when I was like 15. I finally got off last year. I'm 22 now.
Okay, you mentioned you had both your parents around. And you still ended up in the streets. What was it that about the streets that made you want to be in the streets at such an early age?
I mean, even though I had both of my parents, I was always around it. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Like it's where I'm from. Like my grandma had that house before I was born, and my dad grew up in the same house. So it's like I was already like, you know what I'm saying? He just brought me up right, but I still made my own decisions. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes, so that's what that was like. You know, he ain't hide it from me. So
How did they feel when they found out you were in the streets?
I mean, hey, it was just like, damn, hey. But I mean, my mama, she cool and all, but you know, they talked to me and shit like that. My dad was kind of like a little more on my back about it, cause he already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? But my mama that's like my best friend, so I can talk to her about anything. I let her know everything that I had going on and shit like that. She just was like, hey, you know what, come with it.
You mentioned you played sports.
Yeah,
What was that like? What sport did you play?
started off playing football. Well, I really played everything. I ain't gonna lie, but I was playing football up to like my sixth grade year. Then after that, my dad put us on the court. I played all the way from junior magic up to AAU in basketball too. So I like I fought with basketball a lot though.
You grew up in a really rough neighborhood
Yeah.
in West Orlando. You know, what were some of the common things that you seen there growing up on a day-to-day basis?
Uh, Seemed like all kind of shit. Like it'd be drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? People getting killed. I saw a dude die like when I was like at the age of 9. You know what I'm saying? Like right in front of me, like some shit like not seeing him get shot in front of me, but he was like one of my dad's close homeboys, so they ended up driving him to the hospital and shit like that. I seen that, but I didn't know what it was at the time. I just know it was a lot going on at the moment. But you know, regular shit, what you see in the hood. You know, everybody not from the hood, but it's a lot that goes on in the hood.
That's something that sounds like a really rough experience to go through at the age of 9, man. You know, how do you think that affected you at that point?
At that time, I didn't really know what it was. I just seen people screaming and crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was some shit like I ain't see the actual body, but I seen. Well, I kind of did see the body, but they were like going out, going out. I was like, y'all gotta go back over there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the hell was going on. Just people screaming, crying, like you know what I'm saying. There's so much going on at the moment, but death didn't really hit me until like I don't say about a couple of years ago when I lost my homeboy. Cause I lost my grandma when I was young too, but I was hurt about it, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing I could process. Be like, oh damn, she's gone. But now I'm older and I feel like I never lost a homeboy when I was a jit. Like growing up, that was a good thing too. But I finally lost like one of my close friends 2 years ago in 2020. So that's when death like really hit me like 'cause I knew exactly what's going on. I lost him to the street shit.
Man, shit, man, that sounds rough, man. I think you mentioned you were on probation at an early age, man. What happened with all that situation?
Uh, Used to be doing all kind of illegal shit, man. I got fucked up right before my birthday. Matter of fact, I used to be like burglarizing shit, stealing, doing all kind of stuff. I fucked around, got a little slap on the wrist doing 21 days in juvenile. Ended up, I took a plea for like I think it was 6 months probation. Then it went to 12. Then it went to 18. And then I kept catching so many charges that it led up to me being on probation until I was 21.
Oh, okay. So you've been on probation for a minute. You were on probation for a long time then.
Yeah,
What's juvie like over there in Orlando? Is it like, do you have like a lot of ops you run into? Is there a lot of fighting going on in juvie?
it wasn't really like no. We didn't really. When I was in juvenile, it wasn't really like. I didn't have no ops really, like you know what I'm saying, type shit. It was just okay. I fought in juvenile though, but it wasn't like on no shit like oh. I'm going in there and be like, damn, I might see the ops. I ain't had no ops. Like everybody was fucking with everybody around the time. The city was just, you know what I'm saying? But it was juvenile was sweet though. It wasn't nothing crazy or nothing like how they tried to make it seem on the TVs and shit like that. Like it wasn't nothing crazy like that. You just go in there and do regular shit. But it be certain kids who think they bully and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really have no ops back then when I was growing up.
Did it slow you down at all from the streets, or did you get out and go right back to it?
I kind of did. I ain't gonna lie, but I think I wouldn't say I'd go like if I can go back, I'd do it all over though. Cause you know what I'm saying. If I did something different, I probably wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying. So it's like it played out the way it played out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spending all that time, on probation, man, I mean, I know over here when you're on probation, it's like the cops can just search your car for any reason. Like if they pull you over and they find out you're on probation, they can just automatically search your car, man. What were some things you went through when you were on probation?
I went through that same thing. Once you on probation and they know it, they like all your rights go out the window down there. Like I could be in the car in the passenger seat and they pull the driver, you know what I'm saying? They still gonna we like I made a name for myself at an early age though. Like that's why I fucked up at too. Like all the officers knew me. So I couldn't hide, I couldn't give them fake names or none like that. So whenever like I ever got pulled over or some shit like that, they just knew who I was and they just got the right to search me. Like that's part of the probation. That shit was crazy.
Were you rapping at this time?
Yeah, I was doing it, but I didn't have a name like I got now. But in Orlando, I had a little, like I had a name. Like, I was the only like young rapper around my age that's in my era now that was only rapping around that time. Where I had something going, like you know what I'm saying. I was just doing it by myself. I was doing like little freestyles here and there, posting them on YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace and shit like that. And it kind of blew up.
You got a unique name. How'd you come up with your name?
LPB stand for light pole baby. Me and my homeboys them just bullshitting around. Cause like the street that I grew up on, Lynette Street. My grandma had a house for so long. It's like a light pole in front of our shit. You know what I'm saying? So one day I ended up getting some damn the little can spray and spraying it. I had put like my signature and everything over that shit like on the streets and I had to put it on the light pole. I had to be there. I just had to be home before the street lights too. So if I wanted to be out with homeboys, I had to be in between the light poles. That's where I get LPB from, light pole baby. But Poody, my mama gave me that name. I guess she ended up she told me when she was giving birth, I guess one of her friends had them died that night and that was his name, Poody or some shit like that. So she gave me that nickname. That's how I came with that.
So that's your real name, and you decided to use that as your rap name. You didn't want to create like a different name.
No, I've been called Poody all my life though. But LPB came on, I wanna say like middle school years.
What was like the first song that popped for you? You know what I'm saying? That kind of got you popular.
Uh I say Wonder Man. But I had a song that was buzzing before that, like before, like you know what I'm saying, getting around Florida and popping out uh, on the block. I was like 15. I recorded that shit. It was some old shit, but Wonder Man got picked up by Say Cheese, and Say Cheese, kind of turned me up.
Man, I mean that's young. You must have been like in school, like hyped about it. I mean, were you still in school at the time?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. I was getting like, you know what I'm saying, attention, a lot of attention. I was already getting attention and shit because I played for school basketball and we won a championship my 8th grade year. So me going up in 9th grade, it was already just me being popular already. Nah, then me rapping just made it even more crazy.
What was high school like for you?
Uh, I got all the way up to 12th grade. I ended up dropping out because I used to go to jail so much, and I had so many warrants popping up out of nowhere. They came and got me from school one time, and I ain't like that shit. I feel like it was a setup, so I stopped going to school. Like I ain't because I never knew when I'd get another warrant. Like I had so many warrants popping up out of nowhere.
So you got picked up from school and they took you to, was it juvenile or was it jail at the time?
The juvenile. Yeah.
How much time did you do that time?
I think I probably did like 40 days. It was good shit. But after that last time, like, I ain't going to school no more. Hell no. Cause they came and got me out of class. They had K9s, all kind of crazy shit. I'm like, hell no, this is a setup.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at school, they're gonna know. If there's a warrant out for you, they're gonna know where you're gonna be. They could probably call up the school and, be like, "Yo, is he in class today? What class is he in?" And
Yep,
the school, they're gonna tell them everything they want to know.
exactly.
Now, after you drop out and you get out of juvenile hall, what do you do with yourself right then?
I ended up getting my GED in jail, matter of fact, too. Ended up doing that, but after I did all that, I thought I came on because my last time going to jail, I had caught a real serious charge. I was 17, about to get ready to turn 18, so they charged me as an adult, like before my 18th birthday. I got transferred over to adult side, you know what I'm saying? And they ended up giving me I'll find some serious charges. They tried to send me to prison, but I ended up getting a good lawyer. He got me 3 years. I think it was 24 month probation and then 1 year house arrest. But I ended up doing the whole 3 years on house arrest. Because I called another charge. After that, then I called another charge. There was so much going on. They damn near almost sent me to prison like 2 times.
That's a long time to be on house arrest, man. What were you doing with your time at that point?
That's this all in between of me blowing up. I just got off last year. So
So you was just working on your music during that time.
2018, I got direct foul. No, 2017, I got direct foul. 2018, I took the plea. 2018, I got my little buzz with Say Cheese. Label started calling. Signed 2019. You know what I'm saying? Address it took off 2020. Then Batman and all the other shit started rolling in. Now I'm here.
Can you say what they were trying to charge you with? Or what was the case that you beat?
Uh, I had like 6 charges, but they ended up throwing 5 of them bitches out and stuck me with one of them. It was the bullshittest charge ever. It was burglary and convenience, I think. I guess they tried to say that we broke in someone's shed. They didn't get me for, you know what I'm saying? They thought that we was doing some other shit, but they couldn't stick the charges to me. So they ended up throwing them out, and we were hiding in somebody's shed. So they say that that's a burglary or convenience because we had permission to go into people's shed. So they charged me with that. And I got 3 years for that shit. Yeah, it was crazy.
How much did you have to spend in total to get out of it with your lawyer and bailing out and everything?
Somewhere between 13 to 15,000.
You mentioned the labels were calling you at this point when you're kind of starting to get your big buzz. You're on Say Cheese. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing, man. What were they offering you?
A lot of labels reached out. Like I talked with QC, spoke with Gotti. I spoke to every label in the game, man. I at least went around to like 3 different like label meetings. with damn near every label at least 2 or 3 times. I met Gotti in the studio. I ended up getting a feature with 42 Dub. That's how that came about. But I pulled up. QC P flew me out to Atlanta. I met with QC, and I met with him around the time he was signing City Girls. I was supposed to do a deal with them, but we ain't even. I wasn't ready though. I was like, nah, it's kind of too early still. I know if they offering this, I know it's something else. If they easy to give me $1 million, they're easy to give me like I know it's some other shit that they can give me. Cause why they gonna just throw me $1 million so fast? You know what I'm saying? So I waited. So now I signed a multi-million-dollar deal. It's a partnership deal.
Okay. I mean, it must have been hard to turn those down, though. I mean, you're talking Gotti, QC. I mean, these are like major players in the game, man. Especially, they're offering you money, and I'm sure at this point in time, you probably don't have your finances
Nah,
as good as you would want them to be.
the kind of money that they were offering me, I already had that. Like I ran that up before I even met with them, cause I was doing shows in Florida. I was doing shows from like I was 3,000 to 5,000 a show around that time. I probably did every city in Florida like 2 or 3 times. So when I think I see my first 100,000 in 4 months.
Okay. Well, what was the biggest check you turned down?
$1 million, but that was a lot of labels reached out and said an M. They brought in M, but around that time they were offering like little like 250, 150 and shit like that. Like I did a deal with World Star, they offered 300 and shit like that. But I was alright. I was damn near passing that. Like I think I had so much. Like I was doing so many shows and shit. Then I was eating off YouTube and all other shit, off my streams and all that. You know what I'm saying? TuneCoin and all that. I think I seen my first 200,000 when I was like 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? So I was going. Cause I went from 5,000 to like 7,000 quick. Yeah, 7,000 to 10,000. Right now I'm 20,000 show.
Man, you're killing it, man. That's what's up. You had mentioned you mentioned you signed a major deal now.
Yeah,
Who are you signed with now?
I've been signed for 2 years. I signed like the end of 2019, like in November.
Who were some of the artists you looked up to growing up?
Uh, Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie. I fought with Gucci Man at the time. There's a lot of artists from around my way, like D-Boy. I was fucking with D-Boy. They had one rapper, Armstrong. Who else? Like really, like those kind of artists, like trap artists. You know what I'm saying? Young Jeezy and all them too, though.
I seen you did a song with Lil Wayne not too long ago.
Last year.
How'd that come about?
Um, I ended up dropping Batman, and they was like, man, we need an extra push. We need to go ahead and like, you know what I'm saying, put some extra bread behind it. Let's get a feature. Who you want on it? I was like, man. They threw a few names at me, but I wasn't like, nah. I just threw it. I'm like, man, let's get Lil Wayne on it. See if he'll get it. But I was playing though. I didn't know they was gonna do that bitch for real. They reached out to his ass and he sung that bitch ASAP. I'm like, what? I was just riding on the road, me and my girl. I was on the way home. And the nigga who signed me, Breon Prescott, he called me. He was like, he was like, I told you, man, just believe in me. Da-da-da-da. He was just talking and saying that little shit. I'm like, yeah, for sure. He was like, check your phone. I checked my phone, he sent me. So I was like, I'm gonna call you back. And I ended up playing the foul. I hear this nigga Lil Wayne verse come on. I'm like, what the fuck? We almost crashed. I'm like, oh shit. I heard niggas start rapping on that bitch. I'm like, oh yeah, that's crazy. We just celebrated. And I'm like, oh yeah, that was up, man. He was like, let's get money back on it. We ended up getting money back on that bitch. And he signed this.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Working with somebody you look up to. I know Wayne is considered this generation's one of the goats of this generation. I know a lot of rappers that are coming up right now. Definitely like looked up to Wayne, man. And then he comes through for the video for you, man. How was that?
Crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was in I was just moving out to LA around that time. And I ain't been to the hood in like 3, 4 months. They blowing my phone, they going crazy. Like everybody like, what the fuck? You got the first rain? Like I ain't really I let like close people know. But when I ended up popping back out, I came back. I'm talking about the city went crazy. Like my name was trending so much. Like I didn't know what this man got Batman. He got Lil Wayne on Batman. That shit was going crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, it was shocking. My people was crazy. Like it was excited for me.
Man, that's what's up, man. A lot of these rappers, they're known to charge a lot of money for a feature. Can you reveal how much you guys worked that out for?
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even know, cuz. I don't know, but I know it wasn't too much, nothing crazy. I know it wasn't crazy. It wasn't nothing crazy because Wayne, he was like, I fuck with you. He damn near told me he finna send me some like at the video shoot. He was like, man, I fuck with you, bro. And then he ended up like saying like we gonna end up doing some other shit. I still be talking to Maine. I seen Maine a few times. He was like, man, Wayne said he got some shit for you. So it's like I really don't know the actual price of it, but I'm pretty sure they doing something.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else you're looking forward to working with?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I ain't really too big on features, but I know it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much going on right now. I don't know. Like, you gotta be cautious who you work with, cause that person, like I fuck with, like, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with YB heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know bro as a person, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with his music. Like that's my favorite artist. But like, it's so much going on right now. I want to work with all artists, but it'll be crazy if I fuck with this person and end up doing this song. It might not blow my chances doing some shit with Cuz, you know what I'm saying? So it be on some the industry for it all right now.
Yeah, young boy got a lot going on right now, man. Hopefully everything works out for everybody involved in all that, man. Man, I seen, you GlokkNine Hotboii, man. You guys all came up together. You know, you guys were kind of like the foundation of Orlando. A few years ago, kind of like what it's evolved into now, man. What was all that like back then?
We all grew up down there together from different hoods and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We all had our own thing, but around the time, like, but before all this shit going on, like, the little label shit and all the signing, you know what I'm saying, making a name for Orlando and shit, I was like the only legit rapping, you know what I'm saying? But, well, them boys were rapping, but they weren't having like the kind of motion I was having at the time. Like, I had people that was still like trying to push me. Like, it wasn't no real money or nothing like that. Like, I was doing my own studio time, paying for my own videos and shit like that, but I was doing my own thing and shit like. But we all like, I met um, I met Hotboii my ninth grade year. I met GlokkNine down there around the same time, but he ended up getting locked up. Both of them, well, all three of us, well, it was like we was getting locked up different periods. I think GlokkNine ended up getting locked up first. Bro got fucked up. He did like 18, 20 months, I think. And then Hotboii ended up getting locked up, and I was the last one to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So Hotboii did 24 months, I think. So it's like we all ended up. Nine came home. I want to say the summer of 2017, I believe. I just got fucked up in 2017, so I was finna get ready. Like they were trying to send me to prison, but I was ended up signing for the house arrest shit. So we ended up. I linked with bro. When he came home, we got in the studio. I think the first night I came home, the first night I had came home, and that's how me and bro had played. But I met bro a couple times before the rap shit. Like we ended up getting on a high speed chasing the Stolo together in a stolen car. Like that was like one of my first times meeting him. Like he was driving. I didn't know if he could drive. Like this was my first time meeting bro, and he was. I put my life in this nigga hand. This nigga he hadn't got away though. Like
No way.
my cousin like damn near knew him, so that's how we came about me and him. But me and Hotboii met in school, so I met him on two different occasions type shit.
At one point, you guys actually did a song together.
Somebody leaked it, but I mean we got a lot of music together, but that shit is in the channel. It's a lot of music I got with both of them boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We ain't never. It's crazy. We ain't get the chance to put it out. Like none of it out really. I think me and Now only dropped one song. We dropped one song, and that was about it. No, I'm tripping. Two songs. Damn rock and roll record, and then another song that we ended up doing. But the one with me and the Hotboii, we ain't never dropped that.
How did everything go left with you guys, man? It just seems like you guys could have had this, this Orlando thing, together.
I don't really know. I don't know. Like I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, one minute we was all straight, and everybody just went to start doing their own thing. But everybody was on the rise though. You know what I'm saying? Doing their own thing. It just, everybody had their time, but I don't know. I can't really tell you why.
I had seen not too long ago you had an incident where you actually had gotten shot in front of your house.
Yeah.
Can you take me through what happened?
I remember, I think I was at that bitch. One of my dogs he had ended up passing. We had his funeral, and I remember, after the funeral, they had a little block parties and shit, little cookouts and shit. Right? We go back to the hood. We over there mourning and shit, grieving and shit. Everybody hanging out. But we had a good little time after that. You know what I'm saying? People still hurt and crying and shit, but I was chilling. I ended up going home because I had to be home by a certain time, by 10 o'clock. So, I had an ankle monitor on my leg. It's like kind of hard for me to, like be out past my curfew time without them knowing because they could check my GPS. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going home. I'm just sitting out there. I'm sitting in the car. I think my DJ ended up pulling up. He ended up pulling up. He was like, man, address it going crazy. I'm like he trying to basically cheer me up type shit. But I'm like, I'm chill, I'm vibing. I wasn't tripping or nothing. Cause I don't drink or smoke. All my homeboys and all them was drunk and hanging out, you know what I'm saying? They just vibing. But I ended up going home a little earlier. So I was at home for an hour before my curfew. I'm just out there chilling. Then skip all the other shit, boom. I'm sitting in the car with my DJ, we talking about the dress I'm playing. Out of nowhere, I just hear gunshots. I damn near try to get up because I'm thinking it's fireworks because I think he had 215s in his car. They real loud, you know what I'm saying? So I had that bitch to the max almost. I just hear little pop, pop, pop in the background. But I'm thinking it's fireworks. So I get up and try to look around. Ended up seeing, a bitch shooting at us. So I ended up jumping in the car and I didn't know I got hit until I tried to get out and walk. I got up. I damn near almost fell. I had to catch myself. My leg happened, gave out on me and shit like that. But I don't really know too much. I can't remember nothing else really about that night. All I remember, I got shot, they rushed me to the hospital. Ambulance came to pick me up. They was trying to rush me to the hospital, but the tires got shot out. They ended up, I had to wait until the ambulance. But I was cool. I wasn't even crying or nothing like that. I wasn't flipping out. I was like, damn. I thought I was gonna be paralyzed though, because I couldn't feel my leg. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to stand up, that shit won't work. But I got right.
You mentioned this was in front of your house.
Yeah.
I mean, was there any kids at the house? I mean, this seems like a really dangerous situation.
Down there, my whole household was there except my little brother. My girl was there. My daughter was there. My dad was there. Both of my little sisters. And my dad's wife.
Damn, man. Hey, did anybody else get shot?
Yeah, it was 4 of us got shot, I think. 4 or 5 of us got shot. I got hit. One of my other homeboys got hit. My security guard got shot. And then another one of my homeboys, he passed away. He got killed that same night. So there were 4 of us. Yeah.
Man, that was the football player, right? The dude that had that bright future.
Yeah, Dexter.
Damn, man. How many times did you get shot?
I shot twice, they say, but I don't remember getting hit. I don't even remember getting hit, but they say I got 2 bullets in the same spot. I don't know how. I don't know. Shit crazy.
Was this your first time being shot?
Yeah.
Did getting shot change you at all? Change how you move?
Yeah, it just made me worse. Just made me like on some shit like, man, hey, oh, that shit out the window. Time for games. It made me like, tighten up, get a grip of life. Like, hey, man, this shit real.
So you get shot. You really can't walk. One of your legs is giving out, and the ambulance comes. What's going through your mind as the ambulance gets there and everything?
I ain't gonna lie. Cause they shot so many shots. All I know, everybody else that was outside is dead. Cause I ain't hear them bring up nobody else. They was just worrying about me. Cause cause I'm the face of my hood. Cause I rap. You know what I'm saying? So everybody like they gonna protect me at the end of the day. But I'm like, where the fuck Queen them at? It's just like some people screaming like, oh, this person dead, or they rushing this person to there. Da, da, da. Like I was the only one that sat there and waited until the hospital came. Until the ambulance came. They ended up taking two. One of them drove themselves to the hospital, and two of them drove into the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I had with them. So I'm coming outside. I'm like, damn. Well, I knew everybody else dead. Them boys shot so many shots, and I wasn't in the open. Like I was hidden. I don't know how I got hit. I was behind a car and all kind of shit. But there were people just like standing out in front, like wide open, like that bitch. Like 4 people ended up getting hit. That shit was crazy. All I know, I was just thinking like, boy, I knew everybody else dead. Come to find out, I lost one homeboy that night, another homeboy that night.
Now they take you to the hospital. Are you thinking you're paralyzed at the time? Or are you thinking like, damn, man, I might not never walk again?
At first, when I was trying to walk, because I couldn't move, I was like, damn, I'm like paralyzed. But they was telling me, like, they were rubbing, like, poking my leg, poking my feet, both of my legs. I felt that. So I was like, yeah, I'm straight. I just couldn't stand on it. I didn't have enough support to stand. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Did they have to operate on you?
yeah. I went to surgery I think, that morning. I left the hospital like 2 days, 3 days. Like, I just tried myself like 3 days. I didn't want to stand there, like, cause my mom came the next morning, cause they wouldn't let nobody come in there, cause Corona was bad. You know what I'm saying? So you get one visitor. My mom ended up, she was the only person that came. But outside of the hospital, everybody was out there, like literally everybody. Like damn near half of my city was out there almost. Cause everybody like, you know what I'm saying, this Poody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody pulled up. And my mama, she ended up bringing my phone and shit. I didn't have my phone, so I'm trying to get my phone to see what's going on, like what's word on the street. I get my phone, as soon as I cut it on, I swear to God, the first number that popped up was Hotboii. He called me, he FaceTimed me, he blew my phone up. Like as soon as I cut it on, like he just knew I cut that bitch on. So as soon as I cut it on, he FaceTimed me. And bro was like, damn, bro, he crying and shit. He like, damn, bro, I thought we lost you, bro. Shit like that. We were just talking about that shit. But I'm in this bitch like, it ain't hit me until my mom told me who died. Cause I'm like, I'm on the phone like, bro, I'm good. I'm smiling or something, I'm good. But yeah, it's that, this going on, boom, he telling me shit. My mama's like, I tell bro, I'm asking him, I'm like, damn, you ain't heard from Quinn or them? He was like, nah, but they said all y'all boys in the hospital. So my mama, she like, I say, so who died? I'm like, my mama say, oh, Dexter. When she said his name, and I lost it. I flipped out like that shit fucked me up because little bruh, he ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? He was never in the streets, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He from my hood. His grandma stayed across the street from where I stayed at. So it's like I grew up with him and like little bro look up to me type shit. So and I was just talking to him right before it happened. Like so when she told me he died, I just straight broke down. And like that shit fucked me up. Cause I was straight at first until she told me that he died. I'm like, damn. That shit fucked me up, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, man, that sucks, man. R.I.P. him, man. That's rough, man. Especially, dude. Like you said, dude wasn't even involved in the streets or anything. You grew up with him, knew him all that time, man. Eesh. How long before you actually started walking again did it take you?
Bro, I was walking like the next day. I got up out the bed. Cause I was like, she was like, the nurse used to come in there. She was like, no, no, don't get up. I'm like, man, I gotta get up because I gotta make sure I wasn't paralyzed. That's the only thing I worry about. I'm not paralyzed. Make sure I'm not paralyzed. So I got up like after like when they leave the room, I get up and like try to walk. It was hurting so bad, but I'm like, fuck, I gotta walk alone. At least I can stand up on this bitch. So I'm standing on my legs. I couldn't really walk, but I think the second day I actually got up and tried to walk. They called me. They was like, no, no, man, you gotta sit back down. Da-da-da. I'm not ready to go. I'm good. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? Got the IV. This shit killing me. They got this shit, like all this shit hooked up to me. That shit killing me. Like I ain't like that shit was hurting more than the damn gun wounds. All the IV and shit that was coming, that shit was fucking me up.
And you get out of the hospital.
I got out in 3 days. I got out and they was telling me use the cane. I wasn't even using the cane, bro. I swear to God, I wasn't. I wasn't even using that shit. I was like just struggling to walk. I ain't wanna like, you know what I'm saying? I came out, you know, and it's like I was trying to, get myself like heal faster than what they was telling me. They was saying something about 6 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks and shit like that. I wasn't going for that. I fuck that.
Now that you're out of the hospital, you mentioned talking to your mom. What is your mom telling you at this point, man? Your mom is probably really worried about you.
Yeah, I had moved back in with her because I had bought her a crib. Like I bought her a crib before everything. Like right after I signed my deal, I ended up buying her a crib. But I wasn't staying at her. I wasn't staying with her when I got shot. So after I got to the hospital, I moved in with her. Cause she stayed out the way. Like I had moved her out the way type shit. Like she wasn't around. So that's why I was like hiding that, ducking off out there until I ended up moving to California and shit.
Well, man, I'm definitely glad you made it through it, man. Sounds like a pretty rough experience.
Yeah, I was blessed. I was blessed.
Yeah, definitely blessed, man. I saw that you'd worked with Rod Wave before he blew up.
Yeah, me and Rod Wave did some shit. I was before with that boy. Before with him. We did something back in 2018, yeah. Bro was like, he was coming to Orlando. He was like, he had hit me on DM. He was like, yo, I ended up catching that bitch. Like, I check him on request every other hour or some shit like that. I ended up seeing it. So happened to seeing that bitch and I put up on him the same night and we ended up doing something. He was like, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. And shit like that. But bro was like on some shit like, he was like, bro, y'all boys hard. Like, he was talking to me like I was kind of bigger than him, but we were on the same page. But like, you know what I'm saying? He humble as fuck. He was on some shit like, bro, you ain't GlokkNine, y'all the hardest shit right now coming out of Florida. Besides, Kodak and Melly at the time. Them was like, and Lil Pump and all them boys. But besides them, he was like, bro, you on GlokkNine going crazy, bro. He was telling me how he did a song with GlokkNine. He was like, bro, yeah, bro, y'all boys got this shit. Y'all put it on. He was telling me about how he signed a deal with Alamo and how shit was fucked up for him and shit. He trying to get his deal right and all kind of shit. Like, bro, he's a solid dude.
Have you guys talked about working on anything now that he's, blown up and doing his thing?
Nah. I don't know. I haven't talked to bro since, I want to say about 2019 probably, bro. Yeah, probably about 2019.
Okay.
Well, I seen you caught a couple gun charges. I guess recently or on the same day, 2 years in a row?
Exactly, bro. January 2nd. 2 years in a row, 2020 and 21. But they both got thrown out. I beat both of them. It was bullshit.
Okay, that's what's up. Damn, that's good shit right there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had the same lawyer. But I still spent down, $30,000, $15,000 a lawyer just for them charges. That shit was crazy, bro.
I mean, yeah, that sucks to spend that kind of money or whatever, but, it's definitely better than having to go sit down for probably a long period of time.
Yeah, and I'm on probation too, so that what kind of made it work. They were trying to send me to prison both times. But my lawyer wasn't going for that. David Bigney wasn't going for that.
I seen you did a song with Rick Ross recently.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Best of Me. It's out on my tape. I just dropped the I'm the One. I'm gonna say in January.
That's what's up, man. Like Ross, he's like an OG in the game. He He been knocking out hits for well over 10 years.
Most definitely.
How'd all that come together?
Um, the same dude, Breon Prescott, who I signed to, he got a relationship with Ross. You know what I'm saying? He ended up bringing him to the studio. I was working down in Miami at Circle House. We ended up linking. He came up to the studio. He was like, man, play some shit. And I played some shit for him. And he was like, man, I hear. He was like, bro. He was like, I hear myself from this. Let me get on that bitch. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And he ended up doing it. And Breon made it happen.
Man, that's what's up, man. You got a lot of good shit going on, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, man, I seen some viral video of you and Ksoo in the mall. Can you talk about what happened right there?
She was like, on some shit like, I never knew dude, like, me and Brain had no beef and none of that, but bro, I don't know where the fuck like all that came from. It was on some shit like, he, I guess he ended up going back and forth with my baby mama about something. I don't know what the fuck it was about, but he mentioned my daughter or some shit like that. So I ended up on some shit like, man. So I reached out to him. I hit Young and Ace. I'm like, bro, what's up with your dog? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let bro know, you know, this my jit he talking about. But Ace ain't try to defeat the shit. But I was fucking with Young and Ace, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, it's cool. So I reached out to him like, damn, bro, it's like, tell bro, pipe down. Bro, he didn't even respond, like that, so I let it be. But I ended up running to him. I never seen him a day before that. So I ended up running to him and shit in the mall. He had like he didn't see me. Ended up walking up to him. I wasn't finna do nothing to him, not in the mall. I'm gonna anchor him on and all kinds of shit. I just wanted to ask him, like, step to him like a man, be like, damn, bro. What's all this static that I'm hearing that we supposed to be having? But I guess him and my baby mama had some shit going on or whatever. And damn, they're kind of like, the problem was he had to end up putting my daughter name into the shit. I'm like trying to tell his ass like, bro, that ain't what it is. Whatever y'all got going on, y'all handle that between y'all. They ain't got nothing to do with me, fam. Just keep my jit out of it. But bro, like, you know, everybody trying to live up to a name and like make it seem like some tough shit. So I don't know how that like it wasn't nothing crazy nothing going on. Just the police just ended up seeing us and shit. They thought something was going on. People like, you know, people know him because I guess bro got a little name and shit like that. And they see me, they're like, oh shit, Poody and Ksoo. So people got their cameras like asking for pictures and shit. And it looked crazy. A crowd just go to shifting and doing so much. So it looked like it's so much going on. But it wasn't nothing going on. They just made it seem worse than what it was.
Were you surprised that Young and Ace didn't kind of like step in and kind of dead the situation?
Yeah, because I'm like, damn. Like, man, bro used to be like, bro used to swipe up on my story. Like, we were following each other at a point and everything. Like, we would just swipe up on each other's story and be like, cracking on each other, joking around and shit like that. Like, man, bro, supposed to do some shit. Like, I was in LA, I'm telling him. He had hit me up. He was like, bro, I'm in LA. We ended up having the same PO officer and everything, bro. So it's like he was on house arrest like I was. He was staying in Orlando at the time, too. So I used to see him at the PO office I think just go every Friday. Every Friday I see him at the PO office. Like, we got to check in at the same time. So me and bro kind of built a relationship off that shit. But I'm thinking, I hit him up like on some, damn, bro, talk to bro for me. Like, you know, this your dog. Let him know, bitch, it ain't that. Bro ain't respond. I don't know where that come from.
Well, hopefully everything is cool between you guys, man. I know he's fighting a serious case right now. So, hopefully, if he beats it, you guys are able to work it out and everything.
Yeah, ain't nothing between it, bro. It ain't nothing. It just the internet try to make it something. It ain't nothing. But like we not even from the same city to be beefing, so it ain't nothing. Like
I hear you, man. Well, I seen you get a lot of comparisons to Kodak Black. How do you feel when you get those comparisons?
I mean, I don't really be tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? Cause but I ain't trying to be the next person. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a Florida thing. So people from outside of Florida, they gonna say that. Be like, oh shit, he wouldn't be like this. Cause, Kodak exposed the Florida shit first. You know what I'm saying? The hair, the golds and shit and all that. So that's what they knew already. But, I mean, if they doing that, I mean, I must be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I look at it in a good way. But not on no dick round shit. I don't want to be like bro, nothing like that. I'd rather be in like his position, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like to get to the point where he been at, but I don't be tripping about it.
Have you guys ever met or talked or anything?
Yeah, multiple times.
Okay. Is there any chances of you guys working or doing anything together?
I don't know. Probably. We ain't ever talking on music shit. He tried to sign me, but that was like a long time ago. But besides that, he don't be on no music shit. I don't know. Hopefully, it might work. He might do something. I ain't never come to him on no music shit. He ain't never come to me on no music shit. So we just be on some shit like just chilling. I be around.
Yeah, man. I mean, he go through a lot himself. I just seen him get shot. I didn't personally see it, but he just got shot out in L.A.
Yeah.
I seen you and Hotboii. You mentioned he called you after you were shot. You guys got anything in the works?
Uh, Not right now. But we got music. We got music. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we ain't got nothing. Me and bro just, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing, I do my thing. It ain't really too much nothing going on. Not that we putting together or nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I like to see hometown dudes get it together. Not like make it happen together. You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But hopefully everything works out for you guys. I know Hotboi's doing this thing right now.
Yo, Drake going crazy.
So what are you working on now? You got a new tape coming out, new CD or anything?
I've been knocking out these visuals from off my first tape that I just dropped. But I'm probably finna pull out with another tape real soon. Probably like or a couple more singles. And then build up to my album type shit. But I got a lot of shit going though. I got a lot of music though that I'm sitting on to. So I'm just chilling.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Well, Poody, man, I appreciate your time, man. You know, uh, you got a dope story. I see you grinding. I know you out there, putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Getting big features. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. I mean, that's what's up, man. You making your way through all this, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I wish you luck with everything.
For sure.